Hi, my name is Liz, and I have the privilege of giving my testimony this morning. So, I grew up in a Christian home with very faithful parents. I heard about God and Jesus all of my life, and I grew up believing in God. I can't say that there was one particular moment that I can point and say that's when I believed. It was more of several events in my life that God showed me of His presence and His love. I've always had a good example of how Christians should live, but it wasn't really my faith. It was what my parents believed. I wouldn't spend personal time with God, and church just felt like a habit and something that I had to go to every Sunday. The hardest time when I felt like God wasn't there for me was when my parents decided that we were going to leave our home church. I spent my whole life at that church, and I had so many important friendships there. At that time, I was so angry at God and my parents for allowing this to happen. I didn't want to go to church, and I could feel myself blaming God. At this point, I had so many questions that were in conflict with my faith, but I just continued to go to church, not really having a purpose or a desire to grow in my relationship with Him. As we started to attend CCSC, I adjusted into the youth group, and I finally felt like I should make an effort to grow closer to God. I still had questions about my faith and struggled with finding answers that gave me peace in my heart. Our past youth retreats were helpful, and I started to spend more time with God every day and put more of my trust in Him. A little less than a year later, I went to an Elevation worship concert with my friends. This concert really opened my eyes and helped me realize how many others loved the Lord too. God really convicted me and did a good work in my heart. I remember feeling so full of joy knowing that God saved me and I knew He was real. I now know that God always has a plan for your journey and He works in His good time. I can now say with confidence that I believe in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, and that my infant baptism is now confirmed in my life and faith. I still have a lot of growing to do in my relationship with Christ, but I'm thankful for God's grace, love, and patience with me throughout the years and for the many years ahead. Thank you.